Hello, friends of the FLX 4-H Learning Launchpad page. My name is Renee Hopkins. I'm a 4-H educator in Livingston County, and today I'm here to share with you information about how to create fairy gardens. Fairy gardens are one of my favorite things in the whole world. I think they're full of creativity and imagination, and they get kids to know flowers and plants, and it's a fun way to combine those two things, the creativity and then the gardening or horticulture aspect of it. Sometimes when we're looking for fairy gardens, they are everywhere. I mean, someone is very deliberate about creating an entire neighborhood full of fairies. The whole garden, it's hard to miss it. It's all right there. But sometimes fairy gardens are waiting to be discovered. So this is a tree at the end of my driveway. It's a big maple tree, and every day that I pass it, I see that crevice at the base of the tree. And I think, do fairies live in there? Could they be? And this would be a really great spot if I wanted to create a permanent garden along the edge of the hole in the tree. I could add extra flowers, or I could put little fairy accessories, maybe a table and chairs, things the fairies might need to use. Similarly, when I walk in the woods this time of year and things aren't grown up and all over the place, you get a sense of where fairies might be hanging out. So what first might just look like a dead tree stump, when you take a closer look at it, you notice there's this very cool arched doorway into this hollow log. And this piece in front reminds me of a circular staircase that's coming down. So again, I could come out here and add extra plants and flowers. I could add extra elements for the fairies to use if I wanted to create a permanent kind of fairy garden in my woods. But today what I want to share with you is how to create a container fairy garden. And there's a lot of really fun reasons to do that. They're portable. You can take it as a fair exhibit. You could also give it as a gift if you wanted to. I've created a series of videos here because there's a lot of information, and I don't know if you already have some gardening experience, you may not need to watch every video. So pick and choose the ones that make sense for you, but I've broken it into categories. Containers, I'll talk about different types and creative use of containers, as well as how to prepare a container for a garden. We're also going to talk about plants, some suggested plants, some of my favorite plants to use, as well as a little video on how to transplant plants that you buy from the nursery. We'll go into fairy accessories, how to make doors, tables, chairs, what sorts of things to use, and some tips about what kinds of glues you might need to use for them. There's a few examples of me putting it all together, and I'll share with you 3 different fairy gardens, container gardens that I've made at my house, as well as a video on tips if you wanted to make this a fair entry and things to consider for that. So I want you to have fun with this. I do hope it spurs some creativity and imagination for you. And if you do create a fairy garden, please share that with us. You can take a picture of it and put it in the feed below our Facebook page.